All right, what's up, everyone? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I go by Zombie. I'm very passionate about spirituality, specifically astrology. And my main goal with this channel is just to be able to show people how self improvement and spirituality really do go hand in hand. And so, if you're interested in any of that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. And without further ado, let's hop right in. So, excuse me. I'm gonna leave a link down below in the description. If you click that, it'll take you to a site and you can enter your personal information there, and it'll create a birth chart for you, right? So you can, follow along, or, start your own little journey. Damn, my bad. Start your own little journey of self discovery. However, in this series, I've just been going through the houses in astrology and essentially what each house, kind of refers to, corresponds to. So, in astrology, the seventh house is commonly referred to as the house of partnership or relationships. It's the area of your birth chart associated with marriage, business relationships, contracts, legalities, and negotiations. It just agreements, period, right? So the sign in your seventh house shows how you act in a committed relationship. Again, in a business sense, but definitely more so in an intimate relationship sense as well. When you're looking at the sign, in my opinion at least. So like for instance, if you had Scorpio in the seventh house, right? Um, Depending on your fifth house placement, right? You might have acted one way when it came to dating and, the whole courtship stage of the relationship, right? What you would call the talking stage. And so, as things began to get more serious, gradually, you start shifting into like, your seventh house energy when it comes to dealing with that person, right? Because basically you care a little bit more type shit. So, and you're a little bit more committed, you're taking it more seriously. And so, let's just say you had 7,000 Scorpio, right? At first, you might have been like if your fifth house was in like, Leo or something, you might have been more playful and, you might have been more just going with the flow and having fun with it at first. But, once things got serious, you might start to come off maybe even a little obsessive, maybe a little controlling in a sense, right, with Scorpio energy. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's definitely more so because of the amount of love that is there. But that is definitely something to be aware of, of course, with Scorpio energy, with anyone, period. But, especially with Scorpio energy and having that in the seventh house, especially the fact that you can or you could become controlling, right, in a relationship or desire to, have most of the power in a relationship. So, any planets you have here will tell you the parts of your personality that are stimulated by the seventh house. Again, basically, if you had if you had Mercury in the seventh house, then naturally it'd probably be easier for you to communicate things with your partner, and at the same time that might be something that you look for in a partner, someone that can or someone that doesn't have a problem, I should say, communicating with you openly, because Mercury rules communication, and so that's kind of the focus there with the mercurial energy being located in your seventh house. Communication, right? Learning, things of that nature. You could probably learn, right, from relationships. Probably learn a whole lot from relationships having Mercury in the seventh house, right? About yourself and just in general, right? Just learning information from the other person. So correlation wise, like I said, you have committed relationships, business deals, and just partnerships in general. The seventh house is ruled by the sign Libra, which is ruled by Venus. So a lot of Venusian themes there. Venus rules two signs, Taurus and Libra, and Libra being the air sign. And associated with the seventh house is definitely more of a communicator, right? And when you think about relationships, again, communication is key, right? And Libras can also be seen as very diplomatic in the sense that, you know, they are very unbiased most of the time. They're pretty fair. And when it comes to social settings, they can kind of bridge the gap, you know, in most situations, you know, if there's discourse or anything like that. So all of these traits are really good to have in relationships of any, you know, form. And that's kind of how you would tie it all together so far as seventh house energy and, you know, Libra energy. But specifically, you know, seventh house, not necessarily because there's more to it when you talk about, you know, the Libra personality. But so far as the seventh house and what that looks like in life, right? What that will look like in your life, you know, you just more so want to focus on those relationships type of partnership type, you know, scenarios that you find yourself in and how you act within those. But yeah, that was the seventh house. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.